was like looking around everyone else's MySpaces, and I was like, people always use quotes from like, famous quotes. I'm like, I'm just gonna do quotes from me. And every time I think back to it, I'm like, oh my God. I actually put the quote and then I put dash me. It was like, like in your future, you'll see it was me the whole time, me, or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
All right, welcome back to Careful Boys. Today we're talking about things we're ashamed of now that we thought was dope before.
Oh, things that make us like cringe.
Man, that's like-
when we think back.
Yeah.
I got too many of those in my life, dude. I'm the worst at that.
Like if I'm even walking near Pokemon cards, I'm like,
Really? But that's a bigger craze than it ever was.
I know, it's huge.
And it's actually
Man,
really cool now.
I that's what I hear. But I'm always like,
Is it cool though?
I don't know, see.
You don't feel ashamed for wearing an upside down visor?
I never really did, but my friends did.
Yeah,
But that era, I would say that would probably be the most cringiest style era.
But then the
rave style.
The crazy thing is they knew that it was cringe then when Can't Hardly Wait was making fun of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember the dude with the goggles on his head? They already knew that.
Seth Greene, right?
Yeah, but then like we still thought it was.
Yeah, that's weird.
How did we not get the memo?
But it's just a sign. You're doing it to like basically look at the next guy and be like, oh, we're in the same like culture.
Yeah.
You show up and everybody's wearing that stuff,
That's true. We all were cringy together.
I've had people come up to me and be like, Seth Greene. And I'm like, yep, come on, let's get the picture.
You're way taller in person.
Seth Greene.
They just don't remember that my name is Steve and not Seth. And they're like, Seth Greene. It's like hilarious.
I remember when we first started doing Just Kidding films, we wanted like to be known for these certain skits, right? And then we just, as a throwaway, we did a parody pretending to be two babies in diapers. Mm-hmm. And that one actually skyrocketed. Like it was like our #1 video for a minute. And then we were being interviewed about that. And I remember specifically me and Bart being so like embarrassed of that video that we were like, no. And I think the cringier thing was to not take ownership in that video and be like, but we have these other masterpieces that take us seriously. And I'm like, it's a comedy channel. No one's gonna take us.
Nobody's
why do we
taking
want to be
two
taken
guys
so
who are just
seriously?
dressing in diapers seriously.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, but that's not what we want to be known for.
We're deeper artists.
Yeah.
That's rough.
And how fucking serious we took ourselves as stupid YouTube comics was like, it was so deep. And
that
I'm
happens
like,
to everybody,
wow.
I think.
Well, you're young, right? Trying to like make a mark on your but like looking back, I'm like, I wish I wasn't. Yeah.
You know what's pretty cringe? When you look back at almost any time that you were visibly mad at something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like in public or something, or people saw you angry. That's probably not something that you're like, yeah, I was right to be
Fucking
angry.
steaming.
Yeah, most of the time it's like you could have just kept your cool.
Whenever, and again, I think I'm going to bring up people meeting me in public again. When people see me, they're like, you looked like you were very angry, so I just didn't say anything. So
You got a resting bitch face?
They'll tweet me instead. But no, I just can't see very good, so
So you're always looking.
yeah, and like, that's it.
No, I'm the
Maybe
same.
Glasses on, I'm squinting, and then I think they just like, oh, I'm glowering. I'm like fucking.
So how would you do it for sketches or for like movies when you had to not have glasses on and you had to?
I could see better back then, dude.
Oh, really?
A lot better. Yeah.
Dude, you know my fucking shit's going too, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I have to wear glasses now.
Yeah, I've been wearing
Starting
glasses
this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Get some context.
I went to go get my license changed to the Nevada license, and they were like, "Whoa, something's up with your right eye." When I was doing the eye test, and they were like, "You got to go to the optometrist and then come back." And then I went to optometrist, and they were like, "Yeah, your right eye is way off."
So you developed astigmatism?
Yeah, and it's even worse now than it was when I got my.
So I think that glasses actually make your eyes more lazy because I've had glasses since I was 17, and my vision's only like -1 or whatever. It's not a big deal. Like if you talk to some seasoned glasses wearer out there, they'll say that I'm pussy shit. Like I'm in the Coast Guard.
I'm -6.
There you go. Right? Like that's a Marine, right? I'm in the Coast Guard. I mean, they don't even give me guns.
Still haven't seen combat yet.
-2.25.
Exactly, but I think that my eyes are so lazy because I've been wearing for so long that they're
They've adjusted to that, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of got petrified with that being the standard.
100%. That's my theory.
Dude, my glasses are Coke bottles, dude.
Really?
They're fucking thick as shit. My eyes get bigger when I wear them.
You got contacts in right now?
Yeah. I'm blind as a fucking bat, dude.
Do you cringe over any of the stuff that you were 100% responsible for making that you were in?
I cringe over the length.
Oh, because you could have cut it down?
Videos. Yeah, I cringe over the length.
Oh.
I'm like, wow, really? You needed 8 minutes of this? Really?
That's just the
Get to the
format,
point.
though.
I know
The world
but-
changed.
I know, but when I'm in an unfortunate situation where somebody's like, put your videos on, I want to watch them, and I'm like, no, please, no. and then I'm there, and I'm like, okay, we got it by 4 minutes. Why are we waiting for 8? Like,
okay.
It's like we got it. You know what I mean? I have to suffer through it.
I see.
I cringe
True
at
artist.
my dead set beliefs for every stage growing up.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
like-
smart.
For real.
I was a communist in high school, and I believed that was the only and best way in the world, you know. And then like, you have these phases of like, this is the next thing that I discovered, no one else knows.
Yeah.
And I see this in like woke kids today, where they think they're the ones that came up with this shit, and it's like, bitch, this fucking thing came out in 1965.
People were annoying in the 60s, bro, trust. It was pissing off everybody.
And then I was like, and you think you're the person that discovered this, and you're like, oh, nobody knows. And I see everybody doing that now. It's like now they're like, they have to fucking be the one to tell you. And I'm like, I was that, dude.
Yeah, I never thought I revolutionized or trailblazed anything, brother. I'll tell you that right now. I had the self-awareness to not think that. Thank God.
I gotta set the record
Do you
straight.
cringe about like how when you were like witnessing for Christ to somebody?
I actually wasn't very devout like that. Like I never, yeah.
Even for the missionary trip?
Dude, I feel like I'm gonna go to hell. I just went for the free vacation.
Just to hang.
Nice.
Yeah, like
I don't think you're alone.
I played along,
Oh, yeah.
but like,
But like all your boys are going, right?
Yeah.
That's your community at the church. Everyone's going. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna go too.
Like Bart represented our nation's national defense and said he was Korean.
that's fucking hilarious.
That
though.
is really cool.
That is so.
Bart cringes at that probably.
Don't you guys cringe at every time that you were like heart aching or like heartbroken over a girl?
Oh yes. No, I still think about them.
Well, we talk about it so much on this fucking channel. I'm like, oh, I gotta relive this.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like the way that you chose to vent it is the cringeworthy part, right?
You just think
For
about like what a
sure.
little bitch ass you are.
But
Like
I'm
a
so
little
glad I couldn't do a phone camera thing in my car or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, me too. I'm just glad the internet wasn't as accessible for us to
yeah.
immortalize how that felt.
Yeah, like when I was bombing high school relationships, like I'm so glad I didn't have it.
Imagine like writing a blog post about it, having it live on your website.
Oh, well, that I did.
That definitely happened.
Got some poems up on MySpace.
Luckily, some of those sites just completely disappeared.
They tanked.
Oh, I do remember. This always makes me cringe. Every time I'm in the shower, I'm like, oh. When I think about it, it was when we were all on MySpace, and I'll never forget. Like I was like looking around everyone else's MySpaces, and I was like, people always use quotes from like, famous quotes. I'm like, I'm just gonna do quotes from me. And every time I think back to it, I'm like, oh my God.
What's a Steve Greene original?
I don't even remember. I swear to God, I don't remember.
All right, what's a Seth Green original?
It was just like, it was probably something really fucking gay that I knew that if the girl I like saw, she would maybe think is about her. Like that kind of stupid.
Everybody did that.
Of course, but I actually put the quote and then I put dash me. And I think that's
Oh, you did that?
that's insane.
But that's like 15-year-old
I
brain.
was whenever MySpace, so I was like, 16 or something.
So anti-Steve Green.
I know.
Thinking of you, quote.
But anti-Steve Green is just anti-me when I was a soft-ass bitch like that.
Because he cringes
That's
so
still a
hard.
soft-ass bitch, but that was crazy.
Quote, I know you're reading this, end quote, me.
It wasn't that bad. It was worse. It was like in your future you'll see it was me the whole time, me or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
It was a rah.
Been there, been there, been there.
Rah.
I'm on MySpace. I would just write cryptic fucking sentences because that was cool. And I think like for my tagline thing, I just wrote "I'll be where you need me." Just doesn't mean anything. I was like, that's pretty cool. Whatever, leave it on there. And then Steve Terada got on my computer one day when I wasn't in my room, and he changed a bunch of shit. And like way later, I looked at my profile. I'm like, "I'll be where you need pee."
That's sick.
That's
For
dope.
I don't know how long it was there, and I was like, "I'll be where you need pee." I was like, "What the fuck?" And then on the bottom of it, you know how you can do a long bio after the short line? I think I started by saying like, "Oh, I fear only God," a bunch of shit. He changed God to Zod, and it was like that for the longest time.
Bro, so you were getting in trouble probably.
Well, nobody said anything. Everybody thought
Ryan's praying to Zod. I don't know who that is.
I fear only Zod.
Hilarious.
He was a very serious guy back then, so like my shit wasn't sarcastic.
It was very like cultivated, right?
The same guy who said, "I'll be where you need pee" is afraid of Zod.
Sick.
Dude, I wrote stupid things too. I wrote like I think for like my Facebook page for a while. I wrote like Brad Pitt's doppelganger or something.
That's tight.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's not bad. That's just funny.
Yeah, because I'm clearly not. I'm an Asian dude who's like
It reminds me
scrawny.
of your shirt that said "I was born ready."
You gotta bring that back.
Bro, you gotta,
bring that
hey,
back.
the era is college parties though.
Yeah, yeah.
So far, I'm not ashamed of anything.
It was a big black tee with a white text.
No,
right?
it was a green one.
So far, I wish I was you.
I just love that I have a video of you wearing that shirt, dude.
Dude, this is the era where like everything was about like, can you double down like at a party?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, dude, you're not down. It's like, hey, take this shot. Fine, take double shot, dude. It's like, you ready? I was born ready. So I would just come in with this shirt. Just I feel like you do this now.
Yeah. I would.
Do this now, right? This guy's walking into Pacers game 1 like, all right, dude, I'm ready.
Dude, it's such a stark contrast from like now you just like have these limited Kith X Balenciaga shit, and back then it was just I was born ready.
Hey, to be fair, Nina got me this and it's from a thrift shop for $4.
This is sick.
It looks sharp.
That looks rich, I will say.
Looks like it's Kith.
I wouldn't have known that.
But I will say these sweats are cute. All right, anyways. I was
good.
born ready. I should bring that shirt back. Shit, dude.
You should bring that whole
merch line.
self back.
I was born ready. JK.
Bro, I had a faux hawk.
I did too.
I couldn't do it.
Bohawk was a good era.
You have like a faux hawk right now, basically.
Yeah, I guess I do now. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
I wonder if people are gonna cringe about the thing right now. How some girls have you seen that thing where like if they have like a zit, they put like a shape, like a star or like a
Pimple popper.
yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Like a lot of girls are doing that. I wonder if that's gonna be one thing they look back on.
But doesn't that like doesn't have like some kind of juice in it or something?
I use that shit sometimes. I use that shit. It's not a star.
I don't think it's as bad as like
Pimple patch.
Because like the only alternative is you walking out there with just that clear pimple
With a
and
real
just
one, huh?
being insecure about that.
Or a
Oh, yeah.
Band-Aid. Yeah.
Oh, the Nelly thing. That's cringe.
Dude, I was wearing a pimple patch the other day, and I was teaching class, and one of the female students was like, "Are you wearing a pimple patch?" And I got really insecure.
Yeah.
That
No.
made me cringe.
No.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh yeah, no."
Oh,
yeah,
I fell down and something got stuck to my face.
Yeah, it's actually a band. I actually got cut. It was like that, and I don't know why I got.
Bro, if those things existed when I was a teenager, I would have been a star child, dog. Just fucking what?
But they do get rid of
Face
zits.
covered that
They get rid
shit.
of zits pretty nice, actually.
I cringe at the way I used to talk to cops when I was a teenager.
Really? Why you were mad aggressive?
Yeah, because you wanted them to start something with you so that you could be cool.
Whoa.
They were asking you regular questions. You would be like a little shithead all the time. Don't be a fucking smart ass. Yeah.
What was one of your lines?
And then by the time after I got arrested, I had an actual probation officer, and I had to go see him like every now and then with my mom and dad.
How embarrassing.
I was talking shit to him to his face so much, and he's like, "I know what you're doing. Stop." And I was like, "Okay."
sorry, sir. I apologize.
He's like, "There's nothing. You can't even get in any more trouble than this." He's like, "Nothing's gonna happen. You're
Sorry, sir.
You're not hard, I see.
Yeah, he's like, "You're not hard. You're
Yeah,
not shit."
You're not hard.
Yeah. And I was like, "Okay." I cringe at that shit, man.
Would you ask for your supervisor? For their supervisor?
Yeah, I'm gonna speak to supervisor. No, you just give him a hard time. You just be difficult. It's not worth it.
Dude, he actually placed
He did it.
He placed the
did it.
bet?
Out of baby Bart. He placed our UFC bet.
Did he do it right?
Out of baby Bart.
But he did it for.
Marab.
He gave it Oh, he.
Bart put in our bets at the casino. Let's go,
I
baby.
was like, just do Marab.
Hey, is his new name Bookie Bart?
Yeah, Boogie Bart.
Bookie Bart.
I got some help now.
He's like, I missed the fourth quarter of the soccer game for this. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, nobody cares.
Do any of you guys cringe at how you used to drive?
Yeah.
No, I wish I could go back to those days.
It was fun.
Honda Accord Coupe stick shift V6, like seat back here, one-handed. I think that's why every single time I went to the doctor too, he was like, your left pec is bigger than your right, and it's because you're always doing this.
What? That's funny.
Because I was like, why is that possible? Every single time with the doctor or chiropractor, they would say that, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Because you're trying like this.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, I swear to God, my seat was like,
Yeah.
just stick shift like this.
You're in the back
Dude,
seat,
I was
practically.
so bad. I was like, I used to do that, and this is before like you had like a navigation system, so it'd be like maybe a navigation on your phone. So you're looking at your phone for directions. You're eating while you're driving stick, and also for me, I was like packing bowls of weed and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Dude, I thought I was pro.
Dude, I was always flooring it all the time. I just thought I thought I was such a ricer. I wanted to be a ricer so bad. So I was just so annoying.
was
I got
fun
so many
racing.
tickets. I was in traffic school all the fucking time.
Really?
Until my dad was like, I'm sick of you being in traffic school. I'm going to pay the receptionist at the x-ray department to just have her son do it for you. So then every time I had to go to traffic school, that once it was like online and you could do the computer one, they would just do it for me.
Wait, why was your dad reinforcing your poor behavior?
He wasn't. He was just trying to like, because I would use that as excuses why I can't go to class and shit.
Oh.
He didn't want me to have any more outs because I'm like, well, looks like I got in trouble. I can't go to community college today.
Dang, your dad was just like the lesser of two evils.
Legit.
Yeah, because then he just had like the receptionist had a kid that would just hang out there and like, hey, do my son's traffic school.
Would you tailgate people?
No, I would always, everything you can think of. I was just always, everybody knows that that was my reputation among my friends. I was an idiot driver, like on purpose. Like I had something wrong with me.
Are you the guy who's like doing 4-lane switches and like,
Yeah, but I would do it to be stupid. Like if I had people in the car, I would do it to scare them.
Oh Jesus.
I thought it was funny. Yeah, it's a dumbass thing to do.
So scary. That makes me nervous right now thinking about that.
You know, I think about right now.
Grandma now.
Cringe at. I remember just like getting the hand-me-down Honda Civic, like a 4-door white Honda Civic for my sister when she like graduated. I was like, dude, I got a car now, dude. I'm so sick.
How's that cringe? That's so cool.
So sick. So then I would like have the windows down, just blast like Jay-Z, like can I get up? What? Right?
Good choice.
But then any single time like anybody rolled up next to me, I'd like turn down the volume like.
Really?
I used to do that.
Same way. I'm
I
the
used
same
to
way.
do that.
Because I feel obnoxious.
So I'm not actually about it.
Damn.
I like it,
But you don't want
I'm
the
not from
attention.
streets.
No, me and my buddy are playing Night at the Roxbury soundtrack and laughing really hard.
What is that?
And then when we were in neighborhoods, we're like, turn it down.
It's too loud. It's too loud. We're going to get
It's 7 o'clock.
Because I also think now as an adult, like if somebody's blasting music while they're driving in like a residential area, I'm like,
Yeah, it's a loser.
Yeah. What is wrong with you?
just kid, right?
Yeah.
Roll your
Kid.
windows up.
You know, at least I wasn't a hypocrite. These people are assholes.
Dude, I would get I think about the times where I would yell in my car while Tiff was in the car, and then the look that she gives me, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you go like, oh. Like once you come down to your senses, you feel so like justified for getting angry.
Yeah.
It's like he's the one, right? But then afterwards, you're like, oh, you just look so bitch, dude. You just look like you can't control your own emotions.
That is the man who made the board traffic decision. Not I.
Yeah, I didn't do it. He did. He forced my hand.
Yeah.
And then the way she would look at me, like, can you just stop doing that? And you're like, I will continue when you're not in the car.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of cool? How cringy like us with these matching tattoos are.
That's really cringy.
Because like all of us are still talking about these stories of like, oh shit, right?
Yeah.
We catch ourselves with each other especially.
Oh yeah.
But like 20, 30 years from now.
I'm dreading summer, bro. I'm dreading summer.
This is the intentional cringe that I love.
I love it too.
But it's gonna
Solidarity.
It's gonna be like fine wine because the older we get and the more we give less fucks,
Yeah.
the more funny it's gonna get.
100%.
The cringe now just comes from such a, like, it strikes fear in my heart to see how unaware I was at one point, and I really thought I was cool.
Yeah, same.
That is
Me too.
Same.
Me too.
It strikes a deep fear that, like, that's how oblivious you were.
Yeah.
You think we're unaware of how cool this is?
I think we're leaned into how awful of an idea,
Yeah.
and that's what makes it amazing.
That's cool.
love about